Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this NECA figure, and it is the Ultimate Predator 2 figure, and it is Ultimate Snake Predator. This is, their Ultimate line by NECA, and hopefully, these will be the last ones I think they would make, but who knows, they might do another Ultimate or Extreme Ultimate or something, I don't know, but there's the back of the box. You're welcome to pause and read that. And then other figures that are coming out. Quite a lot of them, and I don't think I'm getting all of them. I do have Elder coming in. Someone was asking me about Elder, and so that will get reviewed once I have it in hand. I do have two other that I need to review, but as far as right now, Snake is the one I'm reviewing. Right, and here we have Snake outside the packaging, and let's take a look at the accessories first. Comes with a very, very unattractive mask helmet. No good. And then we have a spear, a fully extended spear, and then hands to hold it. Here's a gripping hand for the spear. Here's a hand for the disc, and here's a fist. And then it comes with two of these weapons. And then we have the closed disc. This here is the open disc, and then it comes with a skull with the spine attached to it, and then the closed spear. And that's everything. That's all the accessories that this figure comes with. And let's take a look at the figure itself. Honestly, I don't know. The dreads are a little too short, and he looks kind of weird. I like the fur material that's on him. It's kind of nice to have a different material attached to some of these figures. So everything just made out of plastic. So it's a nice medium to have something different. And the rest of him looks very generic. It's like he looks like every other Predator, to be honest. Only difference is some of the accessories that are on him. And then he doesn't have your traditional gauntlets. Only have looks like leather-like material, leather look kind of gauntlets, and it's all fur. I guess Snakes is more of a jungle type of predator, so he's more he's less armored up and more caveman-like look, I guess. And here's the side view of him. From the side, the dress doesn't look that bad, actually. Looks quite alright. But from the front, they feel a little bit too short. And then you can see all the nice articulation joints there. And here is from the back. Since he doesn't have armor, he doesn't have a place to store the spear onto his backside. There's the butt plate, and there's the holder for the disc. And so that's him. Alright, so the dreads are a little thin and a little short. Zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the sculpt of this Predator, at least the paint job of this one. It's quite nice. The colors, you can see the eyes quite nicely, the teeth, look at those yellow teeth. And then, overall, it's got that little glossy shine to him, which is nice. And then this is, it's not glued down to anything, attached to this piece. This is not fabric, it's made out of plastic. So be careful, you might rip this piece off. But I mean, even if you do, I think you could use a piece of string that would work. Actually, I think that would be better than this plastic material they use to act as string. So let me go over articulation, but this is not a whole lot to go over. I mean, if you have a Predator, you pretty much know what to expect. So he could look up about that much, which is nice. Down, not so much. And this is a ball joint that's attached to the neck, so you have one ball joint around. And then as far as the rest of the torso, there's a ball joint here, but it is hindered. This as well is also hindered. I think if you use a hairdryer to soften up the torso a little bit, you should be able to get them to move better. And then we have a hinge joint around the elbow, which can go out to about that much. Then bicep does have a swivel, and double jointed elbows can give you past 90 degrees. And then there's a hinge wrist that goes in and out. For all the hands are exactly the same. It goes in and out. And then I already talked about the torso. And then as far as the hips, these are full-on ball hinge joints, and they're kind of pegged in together. So over time, or not even over time, right now you can see how they're moving together instead of independently, because they use a piece of tubing on one side and then the other side it pegs in, so they kind of both interconnect to each other. So yeah, but they do move independently. You have to work at it to get it to move independently. And then it does have a thigh swivel there, super tight. And then as far as the knees, they're double jointed, so it gives you past 90 degrees. And then he has an ankle joint, a ball jointed ankle. Okay movement. I mean, you could get him to do, you could do him to do a Y stand without any issues. So that's nice. But over time, these will get loose. I can guarantee you that. It's just how it is. The more you mess with, the looser they're gonna be. So yeah. And this piece, this furry piece on the side here, is attached to the crotch piece. So you're not gonna be able to move that around, but this piece you can move around. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. This guy, let me pop the head off. I'm gonna take off the fur. It's just annoying to me, and then the necklace constantly annoys me as well, so I'm just gonna take all that off. For the sake of this review, I'm just gonna get him naked and review it that way. So here's a better look at the rest of the body again, and then I'm gonna pop in the helmeted head, and I will show you what it looks like. Alright, here I got him in this mask head. I have to say, this is the ugliest mask I've seen from a Predator. This is my least favorite, and the design is horrible. I don't like it at all. It looks weird, it looks cheap. Overall, it just doesn't look good at all. Yeah, it's not a Predator mask that I would ever choose. I don't know who came up with this, whether it's the comics or what, but it's ugly. And as far as the weapon is concerned, on the back of on the box art, it shows the top portion is short and then the bottom portion is long. This is how he's holding it, but I think I prefer him holding it the top as long and the bottom is short for some reason. Yeah, it looks a little bit more natural that way than this way, and it doesn't help the fact that the way his hands are holding stuff is at an angle, so you won't be able to get him to hold it straight. Kind of trying to poke someone at it, trying to stab someone at it, you will not be able to do that with this weapon, because the way the hands are sculpted, it's always at an angle. You can see how he's holding this weapon at an angle. It's not parallel to his wrist. It's at an angle. It's about a 45-degree angle. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing, especially with these weapons. Because if you're holding some sort of a stabby type weapons, you would want the hands to be at least parallel. The way he's gripping should be parallel to the wrist, instead of reusing these hands from other figures, from other Predator figures that they're holding it at an angle. If they're holding a spear at an angle, it's more likely to do it that way. But for some of these stabby weapons, yeah, that doesn't look good at all. And same on this side, it doesn't matter either way you hold it. If you're looking at it parallel to the wrist, you can see it's at an angle, aiming downwards. But at least it's better than holding it this way. So yeah. But if he's holding it just to hold it, then that's fine. But if he's aiming to attack someone, then yeah, no. Here's another look at that helmet. That face mask, that bio mask. Yeah, Yeah, atrocious. It's terrible. I don't like it. Not one bit. I don't like the colors. I don't like the design. Not a single thing. Yeah, this mask is terrible. So at the end of the day, if I were to display this guy, I would definitely display him without the mask on. He just looks way better without the mask than with the mask on. Now, whether this figure is worth getting, depending on where you purchase, it's going to set you back about 38 to 42 bucks, somewhere around there. If you don't already have a snake, then and if you enjoy Predator 2 a lot, then maybe it's worth it for you to purchase this. And if you're purchasing this, most likely, well, that all depends. I mean, most people, if you're a huge Predator fan, then you're probably gonna get the whole tribe. So yeah, this is part of one of the characters from the tribe, so it's a must-have if you're into the tribe. But if you're not, would I pick this figure just to purchase? Probably not. As a design-wise, I don't think this one is that unique enough for me. Even though it has a bit of fur here and there, it's not enough for me to purchase this figure by itself. If I'm just a casual fan looking for a Predator figure, I would not pick this one. So there you go. There's a NECA Predator 2 figure, Ultimate Snake Predator. And thanks for watching.